Right, how we doing, everyone? I'm going to crack straight on with this one, but before I do, I'm going to make you feel really old. Or I'm going to make some of you feel really old. Are you ready? Steve Ferrone is 76. I know, right? 76. That is bonkers. I think I started listening to his drumming probably late 90s. Will it have been? It must have been when I was like late teens. So late 90s with Tom Petty. So yeah, when you think about it, he's going to be knocking on. But he's 76. I mean, time, where does it go? I do not know. Anyway, so this shell, that my whole reason for making you feel old, this shell customer order is inspired by Steve Ferrone. It's a 13-inch thin maple shell with supporting rings. It's got the whole sort of Yamaha style lug, so we get the whole look of that particular famous Yamaha snare drum. So that is my right now job. I'm going to mark this out. Obviously you can see from the grain that this will look better as it is that way rather than the pattern at the top. I think it always looks better with the pattern at the bottom like that. We will locate the seam, which is there, if you can see it. That's where your throw off will go. So that'll be the throw off, which means the opposite end of that will be the butt end. And it means somewhere in the middle of those, that would be sort of where your badge would be. This isn't going to be an AC drum, so it won't have a badge. Well, the customer may put his own on. But yeah, so I'm marking for lugs, throw off, butt end, and a vent. Right then, first job, just to put some tape around this bottom end. This is where I'll mark the lug positions. And then from there, we'll then put the run tape down. So locate it on the mat using the seam. If anyone's wondering, I've not marked the snare beds yet. I've not cut them just until it's all marked out and done. I do the snare beds last, just so it doesn't get in the way of any of the marking out. So I'll keep a nice flat top on the bearing edges. I'm trying to talk as little as I can in this one. So I did pick up a lovely chest infection on holiday. So oxygen is in quite short supply, which is handy when you're making drums. Transferring these up, so just putting a bit of tape up. Right, so lug position. Now, obviously going around the shell, that position is fixed. It's an 8 lug drum. so that dictates where these end up to obviously marry with your hoops. But the vertical position, which is something that's asked quite a lot actually, that can change. That's not fixed, and that will vary on different manufacturers. That position will change depending on what hardware they're using and whatnot. If they've got bigger lugs, smaller lugs, and obviously the aesthetics as well. With toms, obviously you've got to make sure that you don't have the lug too high to clash with any sort of suspension system that's on there. If you're using one that uses the rods, but for a snare drum, and mostly with toms as well, you're talking about 1.5 inches down to start with to your first mounting hole, obviously. But that might not necessarily be the same for every single drum, especially if you're talking on a shallower depth. So don't just blindly do it and hope for the best. So I'll always check. So I will mark this one, just do one, just to double check. Because you can get in the middle where the lugs can be getting a bit close. It can be fine in terms of the holes might be not clashing, but then when you come to put your mounting screws on, and those wider washers, they can, I've done it before myself, when I've just got carried away and not checked something. Those washers can be hindering each other at the back. So yeah, so we're going to go with where I would normally put it. So the first one, 1.5 inches down, like that. These, I think they're 25mm. Yep. Which is there. And I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do this one as well. So 1.5 inches down. $25mm, just to make sure it looks good, and then we'll just hold these up roughly. That one's there, that one's there. So that's perfect. You've got a nice gap there, so your head can sit nicely. Then with the tension, obviously it'll push it down a little bit more, so there's plenty of breathing room there. You've got a nice gap in the middle. It's nice and even. That is perfect. Now I've checked that, I will move those around the shell. Right, so now I've done that, you're going to have to excuse the packing material in this shop, by the way. I'm in my office for work, so in here we've got packing materials for shipping. We've got my gigging kit there, and we've got a practice kit. And for some reason we've got some J2 in the background, which is not mine. So there we go. Right, anyway, let's get back to it. So I'm going to transfer these lines across. I've double checked them. They're both correct. So then we can move them around the shell. The 2 and 1. Right, so that's the lugs positioned. Now, time for the throw off. So there's a few things to mind on throw offs. One is that your lever, depending on which sort of throw off you've got, obviously, but with this sort, you don't want to, the two don't want to meet, basically. General rule of thumb for me is you don't want the snare wire cord to be pulling too much. You don't want it up here where you've got the cords going right up there. So I generally just put a little mark on this shell around about an inch up from the bottom. That's where your snare bed will be. Obviously, it's not there at the minute. Now that is where I want the wires to feed into, roughly about an inch up from the shell. I want the wires to feed into whatever sort of fixing you've got on your throw, about an inch up. And then I'll just put a little mark that's the bottom fixing there. Then we'd check I know these are 38mm, but then you check your settings to see your fixings, to see what it's going to be, 38mm. So then you just mark up from that bottom one, 10, 20, 30, 38. And that coincides generally with this sort of throw off, that coincides with it looking fairly central. Not your fixing points, but the actual overall throw off. So it all marries. Right, so for the butt end, I've just marked an inch up, and it was 62mm wide, so 31 either side of your centre line, job done.